Hi guys, welcome to Delare Studios. Let's talk about activating dark and light theme in Android. The dark theme is available in Android starting from API level 29. That's the Android 10 and higher. It has many benefits you could count. It can reduce the power usage by a significant amount depending on the device's screen technology. It can also improve the visibility for users with low vision and those who are sensitive to bright light. It can also make it easier for anyone to use a device in a low light environment. Supporting the dark theme in your app, you need to do a couple of things. So you need to first of all set up the app theme appropriately. I'll be showing an example. This is a basic registration app, let's say, just to register your username and name. Let's head straight down to Android Studio and let me show you a couple of things to do to set up for that theme. In the layout file, I have just basic layouts, the activity made, and it's kind of coming up. This is Android version, I think 3.6 or so. You could use Android version 3 and above, but you need to integrate the API 29 and above into your code right there in the build Gradle. So you peep into the build Gradle, which you have right there. If you could see, the compiled SDK version is 29, while the Bluetooth version is also 29.0.3. When you have that set up, automatically it's going to give you a dark screen. But you need to create two kind of screens. Like you need your app to work perfectly with a lighter background, and you could also opt for a dark screen. You could decide to create some settings in your application whereby the user could toggle in between that, probably not until going to the default settings of the Android app itself or the Android operating system itself. Now, with these, you're going to have that out of the box, a dark screen, but you need to actually create for two screens. So, in the dependencies, you must include the components. That is, if you're using the material design, definitely you will be using material design in your application. That's why you have it right then in line 39. When you're implementing the Android material design model 1.1.0. I also included button knife and also included circular image view to actually create a circle kind of image for my profile. So we have that set up. You also need to include your compile options for Java version 8 and above, so that you could actually make use of Lambda and all other new functionalities in Java. Okay, after with all said and done, you start with your build Gradle, and now you quickly head straight down to the activity main, which we have set up. There's a basic layout, as I've said. It has the text view to upload text. It has the circular image. It has. Let me kind of show you this in a large kind of flow so that you could see that well. All right, so that's the layout that we'll be working with. The full name, email, phone number, password, retire password, and the sign up. So let me try to reduce that expansion, so we're going to have our space. So after this, you need to move straight to your theme. You need to integrate that particular uh, dark flow in your theme. That's the only way you could do that. But I'll be running this on an emulator. I don't have a particular device running Android 10 presently, but I have an emulator that could actually do that for us. Right there in my emulator over here, uh, I can try to bring up my app. Oh no, that's not the app. It's kind of a demo app called Dark Theme. All right. Looking at this, you have the black screen. By default, I didn't set up anything. But actually, once the user kind of like, oh, I'm not cool with black screen, I want to use a light screen. If you should notice, the operating system is actually showing a kind of light screen, and my app is showing a black screen. It's not actually conforming with the dark and the light theme. So how are we going to do this? There's a lighter kind of flow. It's actually on a light screen. So you go down, let's see, in the display. Look at it, the dark theme is not activated yet. That's why you have the lights kind of flow throughout the operating system of your device. How are we going to trigger this? We have two different ways you can do this. You could force that, and you could actually do it in a seamless way by setting the theme to daylight. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to set your theme to daylight, which you will be doing in the styles. Walking you through down the styles created. I have the style at line number 4 over here as material components, no action bar, but we need to integrate the daylight. So I'm actually going to come over here to go to day night. Fine. So I've actually triggered the dark and light theme implementation, and it doesn't only stop at that. You could have text, you could have font that you want them to be of dark theme compliance. How are you going to go about that? Probably you have you keep having different kind of colors, so you should avoid hard-coded colors. Just avoid that, and you can actually integrate the graphical kind of icons, not actually using different colors. So you could actually set up their colors. So now for you to actually get the default color for what you use, you're going to use the question mark, the Android attribute text color primary. This is a general purpose text color. It is near black in light theme and near white on dark theme. So what we're going to do, anywhere I could set up colors. For example, look at the text color int. I need to take out this hard-coded color. I need to come to bring out the compliancy in these. So I have to use the question mark Android attribute text color primary. So that should be the default text color int. Now I'm going to copy these. So anywhere I have the color hard coded, I'm going to paste that in there. Over there, over here for the text color of the button, I'm going to paste that, and also for the uh, button as well, I'm going to paste that. So now I'm been able to trigger this right there in the text input layout, in the int text, in the button itself, and also the text button. So I could trigger the flow of color I wanted. So now if we should look at the app presently, when you go to activity main, you should have a flash. Can you see it's being refreshed to actually trigger the dark and light theme. So now you're compliant. So if I should kind of run this, let me try to run this on the emulator and see the results I have. Since we are on a light background in the operating system of my device, let me kind of see if I'm compliant with the dark and light theme you have. So after looking at that, you could still adjust one or two things. Can you see that? I'm kind of on point, but just now I have my button, which is quite sitting on top of a background. So that could just be default. So you don't really need to uh, be a compliance for that. So I could just trigger that by default. So you could still come over here, just say color. So I could actually give a white color. So irrespective of the background, irrespective of the theme, since it's actually right there on the background, and I want that background to stay, either it's a dark screen or it's a light screen. So I think that's cool. So I could rerun the app again. So I think that's just the only glitch I just need to fix that. So I'm going to actually toggle to see the dark screen, to see the dark aspect of this my application. So let's get to see it one more time. Okay, fine. I'm perfect with this. So let me try to trigger out the dark theme and see what it shows to me. So let me go to the settings. Go to settings of your device. You could actually do this in the app, as I've said. If or I'm not triggering this, so go back to the settings, display, dark theme, activate it. Cool. Now, oh, I need to activate it and go. All right. Now back to the app. All right. So let me launch it. Cool. Can you see that I'm compliant to the dark theme model? The app came out gracefully, and I don't need to start changing colors when it comes to the input text. Look at it. It's white. It gives me white automatically. I don't have to add code. Oh, I need white when it's black, or I need black when it's white. So I just have to do little things in the style, and from there I'm going to have this setup. So let me try to go back to the lighting and let's see what happens again. Oh, sorry, I think I need to go to settings, display, that. Oh, okay, bug again. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. All right, dark theme. Cool. Can you see that? And if you should notice my text is black by default, not white anymore. So that's just it. That's the basic way to actually set up your application for dark and light theme integration. It's quite modern, and that's the way to go. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. See you next time.